Greetings, my friends. I'm VikingBrent from EpicBattleAxe.com, and today I am coming at you to do a little bit of a case review, or case reviews, plural, for the PlayStation Vita. As you may be aware, this past week was my birthday, and the weekend immediately before, I picked up a PlayStation Vita as a present to myself. This actually is Tony's old Vita that I bought off him. And I'm really, really happy that I did that. Tony takes great care of his stuff, so the Vita was in perfect condition when I got it. But in order to keep it that way, I thought it might be a good idea to invest in a case. And so I actually have a couple of options here that I'm going to talk about, and just I don't sort of let you know what ultimately I decided to settle on as a case solution, and maybe I don't know, maybe that'll come in handy for some other people as well. So let's start with this. This is the Game Traveler case. This is from RDS Industries, or the fuck they are, and I got this at Target, and it cost me $20 US. The main thing that attracted me to this case, and there are certainly others that are similar to this, but the main thing that attracted me to this case is it's got a relatively solid outer shell. It's got this molded plastic on the top and on the bottom, and it feels a little bit more crush proof than some of the other cases that I took a look at. On the inside here, we've got this flap right here that will hold 8 of the Vita game cartridges, and that sits on top of this flap that sort of acts as a screen protector. You can see there's a strap. Hopefully you can see that. There's this strap along the bottom of the case, and it's got a pull tab here. And so the idea there is that you've got the Vita resting in there, and when you close this flap that has this this very nice soft material on the bottom is completely protecting the screen. So if you're carrying anything in this part, I don't know, maybe you've got pair of headphones, maybe you've got some loose game cards, or something like that. Anything that you're just sort of traveling around within the top of the case is not going to mess up your screen or your screen protector. And then to get the Vita out, you just pull on this tab right here, and it pops right out. So I like that case a lot, and it's compact. It's got this cool little you got a little wrist strap that fits into the loop there, so if you want to just carry it around like this, that's no problem. But for all the things that I do like about this case, the problem is that it can hold the Vita and basically nothing else. And I really wanted to try to find a case that would let me carry around the Vita along with all of the accessories. This would be perfectly fine for a short trip where recharging the Vita wasn't going to be an issue. But for a longer trip, it'd be really nice to have a case that had room for the power cables and the power brick and all that stuff. So after picking up this case, I literally drove to every retail store in the town where I live and tried to find something a bit bigger, and I just couldn't. So I got online and I started doing some looking around, and I came across this case. And this is the Pull N Go Folio. This is from PDP, and I actually found this on Amazon, but unfortunately they were out of stock on it. So after doing a little bit more searching, I discovered that, lo and behold, the only retailer that I didn't go to, because I don't fucking shop there, is GameStop. And I called up GameStop, and they had one. And so, really, not having any other choice, I went there and I ended up picking up this case. And it cost me $30 US for this case. But despite the fact that I really don't like doing business with GameStop, this case is actually pretty good. So let me pull this off, and let's talk about this case a little bit more. So you've got this zipper, and it opens, very book style. And inside the case here, you've got room for 19 PS Vita game cartridges, plus this last slot is split in two for the PS Vita memory sticks. Then you have this accessory pouch that you can use to hold all of your power cables and headphone accessories, those kinds of things. And then over on this side, you've got this detachable Vita pouch, Velcro on the back, Velcro's in the inside of the case there, and this opens up. You've got a slot here for 4 of the Vita game cartridges, and then the Vita can just drop in like that. And while I certainly think that this is a worthwhile little carry around pouch. I mean, certainly it's, the stitching and everything seems pretty solid. It just doesn't feel like it's going to stand up to as much abuse as this one's going to. If you this flap right here, it feels like it's got just like rigid cardboard inside of it, and then this top layer here that sits in front of the Vita screen feels like slightly less rigid cardboard. The backside's got another piece that feels about as thick as this side, but I don't know. It does not feel all that sturdy. And then the other thing that I was a little concerned about is I don't really feel like they're not really making any kind of allowances for the analog sticks. And I'm just a little bit concerned about having the analog sticks just on top there with really no buffer between them and whatever pressure is being exerted downward on the case. So for that reason, I was a little dubious about using the Vita in that case. But after thinking about it for a few minutes, it dawned on me that this case right here may very well fit right inside of there. So it turns out that it's actually a perfect fit for the Pull N Go Folio, which is cool. I think basically that right there is going to end up being my my kind of day travel case. If I go on a plane or if I take a long car trip or something like that, this is what I'm going to carry around. Really, the only downside to it at all is that since it doesn't have the Velcro on the case, it just kind of sits around loosely inside. Although there's this recessed area, this ring on the bottom of the Vita case, and there's a recessed area here, and I suppose that if I could find a thick enough piece of stick-on Velcro that I could put a piece of Velcro on the bottom of this case and then stick it onto the case that way. This Velcro is pretty heavy duty, and the only concern I would have is that whatever the adhesive is that would keep this theoretical piece of Velcro on this part wouldn't be strong enough to stay connected in trying to pull it apart from this Velcro strip. So, ultimately it may just be a case of the case is going to this is just going to ride around inside of this, and that's all there is to it. But I don't know. I might give that a try and just see how it works. So the other part that I want to show you real quick is just sort of how the accessories go into to this bag, because I had read a review in which somebody had talked about the fact that while this mesh bag has got enough room for some of the accessories, really probably not going to be able to fit all of them in there. And I certainly agree that it is a tight fit. But ultimately, what I settled on, as far as a packing order goes, if you take the brick and the AC cord from the Vita, and you slide those in first, you wrap the brick in the cord as I show there. And then you take the USB section of the cable and you wrap that up relatively tight. You can fit that in at the top of the mesh part, and you still have room for headphones. These are this is like the earbuds from my iPhone 5. But if you've just got a set of earbuds coiled up, there's still enough room to fit those right inside there. And with the case right there, you can actually just get all of that closed up inside the bag. So there you go. I think that I think if you're looking for a solution like this, if you don't have one, this is pretty good, and GameStop seems to carry them. GameStop's pretty much everywhere, so chances are you'll have one relatively close to you. But anyway, the Pull N Go Folio, in combination with the Game Traveler's case that I picked up from Target, and that is going to be my Vita travel rig. So anyway, I appreciate you guys checking this out. I just wanted to kind of show this off and just share the insight that I gleaned from this. If you've got either of these cases and you want to comment on them, I'd love to hear what you think. If you're using a different setup, if you got your own ideal Vita carry case, I'd love to know about it. Hit me back in the comments, throw in some links and stuff, and I'll be happy to check it out. I'd love to see what everybody's carrying their Vita around in. All right, everybody, I appreciate you checking this out. I'll be back next time with some more Vita, so keep watching my YouTube channel. Until then, I'm Viking Brent, and you stay brutal, my friends.